and I have Francesca.
Good morning.
Good morning. And Francesca has closed 14 deals in less than 7 months. And today we're going to walk you through how she killed it with buyers and actually as a brand new agent. This is her first year in the business, and we're going to walk you through some of her habits on daily basis and what she does to be able to be this successful. How you doing, Sharif?
Good, good. How are you doing today?
Good. Francesca, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm a little nervous. My first time on the podcast. So thanks for having me.
Of course. Of course. So, Francesca, tell the people that are listening a little bit about yourself. What made you get into this business, and what was your background prior to that?
So I have an accounting background. I also worked for a property management company for a couple of years. So coming into real estate, I thought this was going to be like a walk in the park. Um, but reality check hit really quickly. I got slammed by so many different challenges, and it was really tough in the beginning. But I feel like the best thing that I ever did was joining a team, and having the right support was very important. Having someone that believes in you more than you believe in yourself and sees your potential definitely kept me going. It took me a little bit of time to actually get my first deal. When I first started, I had call reluctance issues, the imposter syndrome. I went through it all, but Peter definitely helped me with those challenges. And I got my first deal in May, and then it's been crazy since. I think the more you do, the most comfortable you get afterwards.
Also,
That's
awesome.
awesome. So, I want to talk a little bit about your struggles starting off, Francesca,
Yeah.
because I know your history and I know how it worked out in the beginning. I want to know what did you expect when you started in real estate, and what changed your trajectory?
I feel like I'm not the only one that is guilty of watching Selling Sunsets and thinking that you're going to come in here and you're going to sell, like, you're just going to take cute pictures, show some cute houses, and deals are just going to magically happen by themselves. Like it was really challenging coming to reality and seeing how hard it was actually being a real estate agent and what they go through. I've done my own flips in the beginning, so like I realize now how mean I've been to the agents I've been working with. I didn't give them enough credit. So the like just not being able to make the calls, it was just for me, it was just such a struggle, like being able to pick up the phone and just call people randomly.
So, what
Also,
changed?
I'm sorry.
What changed?
Well, Peter sat next to me and he's like, "This is what you say. This is what you do. This is how everybody does it." So it's just a matter of just getting it done and just dialing and then getting over that fear and limited mindset.
Nice. And how long did it take for you to get over that call reluctance?
It took me a couple of months. I honestly still have it a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like, but it's different now because I feel like I have more experience. After you have a couple of deals done, then you feel more confidence and build more confidence. And I think that's what happened. And just being able to use my teammates' examples and taking them to appointments with me and helping me uh, get out of those fears was really important.
One of the
Nice.
things too that I've noticed early on with Francesca is her communication skills too, especially once she does reach a client and once she meets them in person. It's She's one of those where like get me in front of a client and I'm really good in person, but I'm not really good on the phone talking to a cold lead. But obviously that doesn't work long term, right?
Yeah.
But once she is in person with a client, for example, especially for the first time, she's able to build really good rapport. And can you tell us a little bit about how you were able to do that? Like, is that something that you were always natural at, or is that something you've learned over time?
I feel like I'm definitely better in person than over the phone. I'm really comfortable with selling a property, not selling the property itself, but pointing out what's wrong with the property, the good things about the property, and just looking out for the best interest of the client. I feel like I come across with some knowledge just because I've done some investments myself, and being able to get them to trust me in person. I don't know. I feel like over the phone, it's really hard for me to really show myself and my skills. So I'd rather, like, I think I have a better chance when I'm in person with them. Um, so yeah.
And well, what do you feel like you need like to work on more now? And like obviously you haven't even hit a year yet, and you're
Yeah.
seeing such good results. Like what's the next step for you, and what do you feel like what's gonna raise the bar?
Well, I'm really excited to see all the seasons of real estate. I like you said, I haven't completed a full circle yet, so I don't know how the winter works. I'm learning as I go, but I definitely want to do more next year. I feel like 26 is going to be a really good year, especially since I've gained so much experience and I've closed some deals. I want to hit at least 100 closings next year, and I feel like with your help, I could do it.
Definitely. You got this.
So just being more consistent, more disciplined, time management, and follow up better. Definitely need to improve.
Good. Now, would you say that accountability was a part of your success?
Definitely, definitely. I mean, like the first month Peter fired me, he's like, it's not gonna work for you.
That's what
You
I'm
should-"
trying to get at. Like,
What did you say?
that's what I'm trying to get at, is
Yeah,
what happened in the beginning.
he was like, Francesca, I don't think this is the right field for you. You came in like I was really confident, and it was just like this is gonna be easy. And then I came in, it was just completely different being on the giving end, not the receiving side of things. And like when he said, he's like, he had this really tough conversation with me, and I was like, no, I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna make all my calls. So I made like I think 350 calls that day. And
Yeah.
he's like, okay, I'll give you another chance. And then it was history from then. I think I started coming early to the office. I started making my schedule a little bit more organized and actually sticking with it. So like I'd come in at like 8:30. I'll make a couple of 2 hours of calls, prospecting, 2 hours of follow-ups, and then I'll save the rest of the day for appointments. So accountability definitely helped. Like he's always keeping me in check and always helping out.
Peter's good at that, right?
He's really good at that.
He
You
likes
know,
to crack the whip.
I mean, and honestly, like it's one of those things where if you don't have somebody that's doing that for you, like they don't really care about your growth or your success, right? Because
Yeah.
it's natural for us to just go back to our normal baseline as human beings. Like we just want to go back to our comfort level, right? And this is a field that you definitely have to be uncomfortable with making those phone calls, with meeting new clients, getting rejected over the phone. But I definitely saw the potential in Francesca, and I was like, you're just not seeing the big picture yet, and you're just so close to getting really good. You just need to get that extra push. And trust me, we have those conversations on a regular basis with other people too. Some people actually fold and they quit, and some people, become like Francesca.
Thank you, Peter. I really don't think this is enough. I definitely will do better next year for sure.
Good.
And
So, what is your success in? Do you have like success with open house leads, sign calls, people you meet? Like, where do you find your success?
So my the best lead source that I've worked with so far, it's been Zillow calls. I do get a lot of Zillow calls, and I think I have had a really good conversion rate with them. Um, I
yeah,
I think so.
you definitely do.
And like I haven't really felt the need to have any other lead sources right now. I'm just working with Zillow leads. I have so many on my pipeline, and I think they're just I've had a good grip with like handling them and converting them, I feel like.
Gotcha. So, take me through the life cycle of a Zillow lead when it first comes to you. Like, what happens exactly?
So there is a couple of different Zillow leads. Obviously, the real touring leads come in. They request a showing for a property. Depending on the timing, I'll say yes, I'm available. I'll accept it, and then it automatically gets requested on showing time. 5 minutes in, I'll send a text message to the lead saying that I have received your inquiry. I'm waiting for the listing agent to respond and confirm the appointment. In the meantime, I want to do a little bit of research on the property, so I'm like well informed. I feel like that first 5 minutes you have a conversation with the lead, it's going to show how much you know and if they actually want to meet you in person. So I like to read the seller's disclosure, look as much as possible about the property. So when I do call them and I either get the appointment confirmed or have to reschedule, now I'm going to have a phone conversation with them. I'm going to go over the property details. This is what I found. This is what's going on. I'll try to call the listing agent if possible, also to find out the status, if they have any offers currently, what, if, things like that. So after that, if the appointment gets confirmed, I'll obviously go and meet them. I always like to schedule additional showings at the same time because I feel it's important to show multiple properties just so that you could get a better understanding of what they're looking for. I feel like with one property, you're not going to really know what they like, what they don't like. So taking them to different properties in the area, at least close by, it's also going to save time for you and for them so you don't have to go out multiple times. I feel like in the beginning, I wasted a lot of time just showing them one house and then having to reschedule additional showings. I always like to go in 20 minutes before, open all the lights, check the property myself before the client comes in. So I'm like, I know how to show the house and the best way and sell it better.
Awesome.
Obviously, if the appointment doesn't get confirmed, they're under contract or under attorney review, I'll call the lead, find out what they're looking for, and then try to find them additional homes so we could reschedule for something else.
Perfect. So a lead comes in, real-time showing request, and you accept the lead. You send an immediate text message introducing yourself. What's in the body of that text?
I introduced myself. This is Francesca. I'm from Stunning NJ Homes. I received your Zillow inquiry about such property. I've requested a showing. I'm waiting for the listing agent to confirm. I'll be looking forward to meeting you. I'll let you know as soon as it's confirmed.
And then once it gets confirmed, that's when you actually reach out with a phone call.
Probably sooner. I will try to reach the listing agent and say, hey, I just requested a showing. I know it's last minute. Do you think we could? Typically, Zillow leads are like the same day or the day after. So I'll reach out to the listing agent and find out if they can confirm it. And then I'll find out what the status of the property is. I'll look into the house and then I'll follow up with a call. Sometimes I'm on the road. I'm doing other showings. So it's a little bit difficult. But that's my steps. I'll send a text message right away so they know I'm working on it. So I don't want them to go and request something else or move on to the next thing.
Got it. And something you said actually resonated with me. It's something that we always preach and tell our agents to do all the time. Everyone I actually speak to, I actually recommend this. And it's never show one property.
Yeah.
It's always show multiple properties. Now, I see that you said that you do that the majority of the time. Now, where do you find the properties to show them? Are they just properties that you're just guessing that they want to see, or how are you deciding on those properties?
So I decide on the properties based on the one that they inquired about, and obviously I will confirm over the conversation that I'm going to have with them over the phone. Sometimes it happens on the fly. Like I'm like very close to the house, the Zillow lead comes in, so I'll just go on Zillow and I'll see what's around the area, and I see something that I could auto confirm, even if it's not what they're looking for exactly. Then I'll get a better understanding of what they're looking for. And then I feel like it makes me look a little bit more prepared and like, oh, she has other listings in the area, or she knows the area a little bit, or she knows that there is other opportunities out there. So I feel like that's important to do because I really want to get a little bit more time with them just to understand their background, what their future goals are, what they're looking for. Buying a house is obviously a big investment, so I want to get to help them as best as I can. And the more I know about what they're looking for, the better it is for me to be able to filter properties in the future.
I love that. So you're just gaming it so that you have more time with them.
Right.
Doesn't necessarily make a difference which properties you're actually looking. You're just looking for some in the actual area of the home that they requested, just to spend more time to get more feedback from. It's genius. I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
And as far as your background from flipping or accounting or other aspects of your business, do you feel like how is that helping you with building rapport with your clients or closing on more deals right now?
I really feel understanding your number, knowing your numbers is very important. Walking into a property that is going to need a lot of work with a buyer that is an FHA buyer, it's going to be just really hard for them to be able to replace the boiler after they can barely afford the down payment. So I want to take them to the right property that they're not going to have issues moving forward once they actually do move in into the house. Working as Having an accounting background, I think, helps me with working with investors because I do understand the cap rates, like how the numbers work, and just the rehab process. I will be able to tell you what the scope of work is going to look like and what the numbers are going to look like. So at the end of the day, if the deal is going to make sense or not. Working with investors, I mean, they don't have time. So I like to do a lot of the filtering for them. I typically go see houses myself. I'll run a scope of work and I'll tell them, this is exactly what he needs. This is how much it's going to take. I have a list of contractors ready to recommend. So in case they need to paint, they need to replace the floors, the walls, it's going to be really easy for me to give them 3 4 different actual estimates. Like the other day, I had a client, we just finished the inspection and I want to get things moving really quickly. So as soon as I got the inspection report, I sent the inspection report to my roofer. He was able to give me an actual estimate within an hour. So now when I request for inspection credits, I have the estimate in addition to the report ready to go so we don't waste time. Um, I don't know if that answered your question. I feel like I
No,
wondered.
for sure. I think it's just finding your own strength and using that as far as a value add, and that's something that you do really good at too. Another thing, like I mean, multiple properties. I feel like you haven't had so many deals fall apart because you're always trying to solve problems that come through
Yeah.
with the deal. Like I know one, for example, the one in Edison. You went to the township. You figured out if there was any zoning issues, if they were going to be able to build anything. You took the time. I think a lot of agents who don't do this, right? Like you're actually going out there on the field to figure out how you can solve a problem that might be a detriment to the deal or to the client altogether. Can you walk us through that a little bit too?
Right. So real estate is 10% glamour, 90% problem solving. And I feel like, I mean, with the Edison property, so just to give you a little background, the buyer was going to buy the house just to demolish it and build a new house in there. So the I was responsible for obtaining the CO for him. I had to literally go to the township. There was some issues with the zoning and the variances. There was an encroachment. So we had to go back and forth with a lot of different architects, builders, get estimates, and be able to close on time, I believe.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally had to go install fire smoke detectors myself before the CO inspection with the township. It was a really nice experience. Like I feel like there's nothing I will not do for the deal to close. I really haven't had any deals fall through. Everything that's been under contract, I've taken it to the closing table.
Great.
Yeah, and it's also something too before like the deal gets accepted, right? Like, what do you do to make sure that you position your client's offer in the best position possible?
Mm. That's like the most challenging part, I think, getting the offers accepted, especially. So, like I said, I don't have a full circle. Like right now, I feel like the market is shifting a little bit. Buyers are having better offer acceptance rates. But during the summer, where you have the panic bidders and people are trying to get their kids to school, it was really hard. I've been working with buyers for months, probably submitting 10 offers, and it was really hard for our offers to get accepted, especially when you're going against a cash buyer. How do you make your FHA offer more appealing than a cash buyer? It's really difficult. But I've had instances like another property in Edison where I had to convince my buyer to overbid 250K so we could get the property. One, we were going against cash offers. The property had literally 35 offers in it. So the way you structure the offer, like all the contingencies, the inspection contingencies, appraisal contingencies, trying to make sure the buyer understands what they need to do in order to get that property, and I want to make sure that I wouldn't recommend they outbid so much if the property is not worth it, right? We obviously going to do a CMA before we even go in and submit an offer. We are going to look at what the market allows and what the houses are selling for. We are going to see, like, have exit strategies in place, right? Is it going to rent for the amount that the mortgage payment is going to be? Are you going to be able to get your money back at the end of the day if life happens, right? Something happens, you're going to need to be able to recoup some of that money or most of it. So having that in mind, I think I've build some trust with some of my clients based on explaining them the risks and the benefits of submitting offers the way we
Thank you for asking, but what I like the way you said there is something that I've told multiple people that they need to do, because a lot of people don't do this. Everyone thinks a CMA is for sellers and not for buyers. The fact is, a market analysis is one of the most important things that you do as a real estate agent. And to make an offer without a market analysis is making an offer blind.
Yeah.
And, being able to show consumers what things are selling for in the area, where they position themselves, and how much they could possibly lose in the long run or gain in the long run, all comes down to the market analysis. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I think it's very important. It's a very important step. Like, I want to feel comfortable myself recommending something to one of my clients. I want to be able to sleep at night. So having those numbers in front of me, giving them the peace of mind, understanding what the market really looks like without me just throwing numbers at you, showing proof is very important.
That's great. I mean, it's not rocket science and it's nothing new.
Yeah.
Call the agent, find out what the seller's looking for, touch base, and build rapport. Find out if there's a seller's disclosure or any other documents online so that you have that information and the ammo needed when you speak to your client, and then do a market analysis before they even make an offer if they're even remotely interested. It's all stuff that we always preach, but you're actually running with it, which makes you different than the majority of agents. Isn't that crazy? Just applying what you learn makes you different than majority of agents.
Yeah, and something she skipped also that I know she does really well at is building the rapport with listing agents, right? A lot of times it's hard for you to get a hold of a listing agent. Like, good luck if you're trying to put an offer on Sharif's listing. Good luck speaking to him. But she finds a way. She'll go on social media. She will find your wife's number. She will find somebody like that you're related to you to try to get them on the phone to get a hold of you.
I will find a way.
Yeah.
I will find a way.
So tell
You're a borderline stalker.
Yeah, but that's what you have to be, honestly. That's what
I don't do much stalking here.
Not much. You gotta stalk the seller.
I think building rapport with the listing agent is I can't believe I missed that part. It's super, super, super important, because you're going to go through the whole deal with them. Like, after, it's not just getting your offer accepted. It's getting credits after the inspections. It's being able to communicate with the appraisal shortage or things like that. Having a good rapport with the listing agent is very important. Like, I feel like I've been really lucky. I've worked with amazing people that have taught me so much too. So far, it's been a really amazing experience. I must say, I don't think I have one bad experience where I could say that listing agent, I don't ever want to work with them again. They've all been good.
That's good. That's really good. Awesome. And then as far as advice to new agents that are coming into this market, or the ones that are struggling right now, what's one or two pieces of advice that you can give them that maybe helps them with their struggles?
Oh my gosh, join a team. Join a team. It's very important. I feel like with the team, and I struggled for the first few months, it's gonna speed up your growth process so much being in a team than a solo agent. Take more of my commission, please. I feel like that's one of the advice. And don't give up. I know it's hard in the beginning. I wanted to quit every day, cry, struggle, but it's going to be rewarding. You're going to see yourself so much different from the beginning to the end of the year. You're going to see how much you've grown, and it's like, oh well, I did that. Don't give up.
Awesome.
Love it. Anything else you want to add, Francesca, to the show or to the
Um,
podcast?
no, I think we covered everything. Do you
Yeah.
want to?
Anything for you, Sharif?
No, I think that's great. I mean, I'm sitting here and we're talking to you, Francesca, and I swear it doesn't seem like you've been 6 months in real estate. It feels like it was 6 years in real estate, more like it.
It definitely feels
It-
like it, Sharif.
yeah, it goes slow, right? But it just seems like you've picked up so much experience and so much knowledge and obviously confidence in just 6 months. Would you say that the biggest thing for that is the environment, the training, or the accountability?
I think it's all three of them. Peter has done such a good job keeping me accountable. I really need that. I think without his accountability and training, I don't know where I would have been. I definitely would have quit a long time ago. I would have went back to accounting and sitting on a desk doing taxes.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean, most agents within their first year, or even every year, close like 2 to 3 transactions. I can even tell you personally, when I first started, I only did one rental in my first year because I tried to do it as a single agent. I tried to learn everything myself, and I didn't really have like that mentorship and guidance.
Mhm.
So, would you feel like the team is actually what catapulted you in real estate?
100%. Like I would have not. It's like all of my leads are team generated. I don't really have much sphere. But he is just definitely like I grew so fast. It would have probably taken me. I don't think I would have made it. I think I would have quit long time ago. Without being in a team and having the support and having someone to call on demand, like, hey, I'm having this problem, please help me solve it. Every issue you have, somebody on the team has handled it 10, 20 times over. So they'll be able to guide you and hold your hand through it. And just this team alone, it's just it feels like family. Everybody's ready to help. Like even if you're not asking for help, it's like they know what are you struggling with, let me help you with that. So it's been a blessing,
That's great.
That's
and he doesn't pay me for that.
no, just donuts, right? That you
Just
get for us.
I actually had to buy the donuts for us today, so
No, but
but
that's another thing too that even though she's done that many deals this year, Sharif, like, isn't this like one of the toughest years in real estate in the last 30 years too?
I feel like every year is the toughest year, Peter. To be honest. Yeah, but yeah, it's true. I mean, it's not tough in the same reasons why people would say other years are tough. It's because we had such a strong market for so many years, and honestly, your dog could have sold a house in the past few years. So it's really not the fact that it's tough. It's just it's normalizing, going back to really what it's been before COVID years. So this is really what real estate's about. So, to get through the adversity and you actually get through, this year just shows you that you're strong enough to make it in the future as well. You didn't make it during like the COVID years, right? You didn't have that experience where it was easy real estate. It was really easy to sell a house. Literally, you picked up a phone, you could have sold a house. Now it's more about following up, making sure you position yourself correctly, providing value to your clients, which I see that you're doing on a high level, and just really, bringing transactions from start to finish. So it's not the fact that it's just a very difficult year. I think it's normalizing from very easy years is what's going on, Peter.
That's so true. So true. And I think next year is gonna even be better.
it has to. There's so much to be had. Like I can't believe I've wasted so much time. Like we literally have, I don't know, 100,000 leads in our database that we need to take advantage of. It's just a matter of being more organized, disciplined, and just getting things. I just feel like the more you do it, the faster you'll be able to close deals moving forward. So I really like, I'm confident I'll be able to get 100 next year.
Yeah, that's her goal.
26.
100 closings next year, to the point where Francesca told me, please stop giving me leads.
I really do. Sometimes I tell him I feel overwhelmed, especially in the beginning. It's just like learning the contracts, the negotiations. It was like a long process and really hard to grasp some things. So feeling overwhelmed was like for the majority of the part in the beginning, but Peter definitely helped with that. He knew when to speed it up and slow it down.
Awesome.
Awesome. Well, appreciate you, Francesca, and
Thank
thanks
you.
for being a great team player on the team.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So lucky to be here.
And thanks for taking the time on a Sunday morning to jump on a podcast with us. And Sharif, and if you guys have any questions for Francesca, feel free to reach out to her. We will put in the show notes her social media channel if you wanted to have, if you have any questions about either the team or what she's doing on a high level, you can reach out to her directly. And thanks again for watching. If you like this show, please share it, subscribe to the channel, and comment below so we can do more shows like this. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.